Welcome to another edition of the Hurry Up. I'm your host, Adam. Let's get into this. So I have an axe to grind real quick. Tired of people telling me or hearing, don't draft a quarterback in this situation. If you can't do it, we need this, we need that. Sorry, if you're at the top of the draft, you draft a quarterback. You don't draft a running back. You don't draft any of these position players. You draft a running back. I know, Marvin Harrison, he's a surefire bet. Guess what? We had a surefire bet with Saquon Barkley. We've used him 5 years, hasn't done nothing. So it doesn't even matter if you don't have the ideal situation. What do you think is going to happen with Marvin Harrison Jr.? Is he ideal? Look at Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, stud. What's he playing for? He's playing for the Jets. They don't do anything, okay? Because they don't have a quarterback. You look at C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, even Will Levis. Now, I know Will Levis came in the second round, but come on. You got to be kidding me if you don't think you're going to draft a quarterback here. It's just insane to think that if the Giants are in position to draft a quarterback that we don't want to bring in here. Because no, you got the off season to bring in guys. That's what you do. You build in the offseason, you build that offensive line, you fire Bobby Johnson, you're bringing a new offensive line coach, you bring in guys. You already know JMS and Andrew Thomas are probably going to be here. Maybe even Evan Neal. You kick him to guard. You have all these parts. You have the guys who are still going to be here playing. So it's not like you don't have guys. And don't tell me they didn't have time. Last week, they gave the quarterback time. So don't act like there won't be a chance for this team to do things. Like, the way of thinking that some people have doesn't make any sense to me. And second off, why would I bring back Daniel Jones? He has done nothing. We're going to be in a sixth year next year, coming off of 2 major injuries in the same season. And he hasn't played a full season in 5 years. He's played 1 full season. 1. Why am I not going to invest in a quarterback? And someone could don't tell me Sam Howell this, that. Nobody believed in Sam Howell. I did, but not many other people did. And they're like, oh, he stinks, 5th round pick. Guess why you draft him in the 5th round? Because he's developmental. If he stinks, you move on. He's a 5th round pick. No one's going to argue with you. There's no time invested. Get a guy in here that's going to help your team right now. If you want to use Daniel Jones as a starter, fine. By all means, go ahead. But he ain't being a starter past, if the season's going badly. Which, by the way, this is probably what's going to happen. The Giants will play a 4th place schedule. But guess what? They're still going to have some hard teams on there. They're going to still have the entire NFC East, which they're not that good at playing, right? At least for the top 2 teams. And who knows what the Commanders will do, right? So that's probably 6 games right there. Then you have 4 games against the AFC North next year, which all those defenses are pretty good. So I'm not expecting our quarterback with 1 neck, 1 leg, that guy who can't even beat good defenses to do anything good. He can't even beat the Cowboys and the Eagles right now, so I'm not worried about him. So now, we got 10 games? Do you think the Giants are going to be great next year? Not to mention you play the NFC, I do believe you play the NFC South, and then you play the 3rd place schedule across the board that way against whoever 3rd place in the remaining divisions, in the AFC North and the AFC, in the NFC North and the NFC West and the NFC, you're already playing the South, so you can't play there. But you'll have those 3rd place players. So you're probably going to 4th place players. So let's say who's in the North right now. You'll play the Bears, who look like their defense is coming alive with all their additions, and the AFC West and the NFC West right now. So what is that? The Cardinals, who knows where they'll be? Like, so what are we talking about here? Don't sit here and have this nonsense. I'm tired of the nonsense that people bring out. Oh, we can't draft a quarterback in this situation. Why do you think we're in this situation? Why do you think we're in this situation? It's time to pull the Band-Aid off. Rip it off. The Daniel Jones experiment is over. You want to keep him here a year because the contract says so? Fine. If John Mara wants to be that stubborn and keep him here and run it back, then they're all going to be fired anyways. And guess what? In 2025, when the new GM and coach are here, they're not going to keep Daniel Jones either. So you either get a year of Daniel Jones and possibly a firing if they don't make the playoffs, or you get to pick your own guy and groom him and give yourself a year or 2 to try to rectify this thing. If not, you're going in 2025 anyways. But at least you'll have an asset here that's hopefully good. And I can hear all the stories now. Oh, Kenny Pickett, this. I don't give a damn. You got Tua Tagovailoa who did well. You have Justin Herbert who's done well. Okay, you've got C.J. Stroud doing well. You have Anthony Richardson doing well. There's a plethora of guys doing well in this situation. Even Kyler Murray is doing pretty well and has more talent than Daniel Jones. But we're sitting here, we're going to roll it back with a guy who has 15 touchdowns and a neck injury and a knee injury. Give me a break. Ralph Vacchiano, if that's your sources in the building. By the way, let me tell you about a source. You don't know who the source is. The source could be the damn security guard that he's talking to. You have no idea what the source is. Don't tell me, oh, he's got sources in the building. No, not many people have true sources. I know. I was in the building. I should know. This has been another edition of The Hurry Up. If you like this, subscribe, like. We'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern time, to go over the debacle that is the NFC East Giants and the rest of this NFC East team and preview the games coming up. Should be fun. And Friday Premium Takes, we're going to preview the entire NFL. Look for the Pick'em segment where we kind of have some fun with picking the teams across the league. It's a good segment. Love doing it. Love having fun. Four Horsemen. Love you guys. See you soon.